Om Sang Saraswati Namaha. I'd like to discuss with you Ratanti Kali Puja, which is coming up. Kal means darkness. Kali takes away the darkness, and that's why she's dark. She's got all of our darkness. So here we have Kali Puja. Ratanti means celebrated, famous. She is celebrated as the famous Kali who takes away our darkness. And this is an absolute opportunity. This is Paush Krishna Chaturdashi. It is the astrological configuration in which we want to give up all of our darkness. Oh, the Ratanti Kali Puja is a famous puja celebrating the famous celebrated Kali deity. How is the Kali Puja different from the one we perform in the fall? It is not. We perform Kali Puja every day. In Devi Mandir, we don't make distinction of winter, spring, summer, or fall. We do the whole puja every day. So for us, there's no difference. Now, some of the Kali Pujas have more offerings and some of them have less. This is determined and defined by the pujari, whoever's going to do the puja. According to time, place, circumstance, we will decide what are the appropriate offerings and how great a puja will we do. We will, in the Devi Mandir on Friday night, we will perform the entire Kali Puja. So we'll make all the offerings, we'll read her 108 names, we'll read her 1,000 names, we'll put on her kavach, we'll put on her suit of armor, we'll make all the mantras established within us, and that will be our offering to Kali. We'll even cut the ego into little pieces and cook it and digest it according to the recipe designed by Srima and put into it's available on our website. You'll find 14 different kinds of green vegetables along with a lot of ego, and we get to digest all the ego of the universe, and that's going to be our offering. Out of all the possible manifestations of the goddess, why is it Kali, the remover of darkness, who drinks up the blood of desire, and how does she do this in our lives? There is only one goddess in the world, one goddess in existence. And we call her by different names according to her different functions and our different relationships with her. Kali is not different from Saraswati. In order to give up the darkness, we have to illuminate the light of knowledge. Gauri is the illuminator of light. Kali is the remover of darkness. Now you tell me what's the difference. In order to give up the darkness, you have to turn on the light. Lakshmi is the laksha. She is the goal. She is the objective. She is the true wealth. Saraswati is the knowledge which brings the true wealth. How do you get the true wealth without the knowledge? There's only one goddess in creation, and we call her by different names according to the different functions she performs in our lives, and thereby creating different relationships for us. So the question does not arise, why is she the remover of darkness? She is, by definition, the form of the goddess who takes away the darkness. That's why she's dark. Just look at her. She has all of our darkness. And that makes us beings full of light. And beings full of light, deep means light. And Dev means illuminated one. And Devo, or Devi, are the masculine and feminine forms of the illuminated ones, the beings of light. Those who radiate light, we call them the shining ones, or otherwise known as gods and goddesses. When we give all of our darkness to Kali and Gauri illuminates the light within us, then we become Devos and Devis, and we are gods and goddesses illuminated by the light of purity, the light of wisdom, the light of purification. And that's how she drinks up all the blood of all the impure desires that we have. Rakta Bija got the boon that anytime you desire something else in order to achieve that desire. So every time we have a desire, say you desire, I want to stay in the temple all the time. In order to stay in the temple all the time, I need a stream of income. In order to get a stream of income, I need a job. In order to get the job, I need an education. In order to get an education, I need a car. In order to get a car, I need some money. Rakta Bija is prolific. He expands himself, and every time we go after another Rakta Bija, another drop of blood falls down, and a new seed of desire is manifest in that very same time and place and circumstance. So that's how Kali takes away the Rakta Bija. She takes away the seeds of desire so that all we desire is the purity of illumination, and we know what we need to do in order to achieve that. In Kali Puja, we offer our animalistic nature and our passion in the form of a sacrificial squash and a glass of wine. How do we offer these qualities to her in our daily life? Our animalism, our animalistic nature comes from the lower chakras. We divide each human being into 3 sections: Paushu, Virya, and Dipya. Paushu is an animal. Our animalistic nature from the Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipur chakras, all of the animalistic callings, cravings that we have, eating, sleeping, and mating, and the rest that come from the lower chakras, that's our animalistic nature. Virya means I'm a sadhu. I am striving for purification. I want to make it better. I want to achieve that quality of illumination which will bring me to Dipya. I want to be a shining one. I want to be divine. So that's my goal. That's my lakshya. That's my path. So in our daily lives, whenever we feel compelled or enthralled or entranced or enhanced by responding to our animalistic nature, our Virya Bhav is going to exercise self-control. I'm a hero. I'm a warrior striving in the path of purification. I'm going to exercise self-control. And that's how we control our animalistic nature. What does it mean to surrender to Kali, to truly love her? Surrender in Sanskrit is the term samarpan. Sama means equilibrium. Arpan means to offer. Surrender in English means I give up. I have no other alternative. I give up. In Sanskrit, it means I offer myself in equilibrium. And that is what it means to truly love her. I surrender is the first thing we want to do in Sanskrit. It's the last thing we want to do in English. So we have to keep our definitions clear. What is the goal? What is the objective? If I can truly love her, then I can offer myself in equilibrium. I maintain the balance, and I make every action I perform a demonstration of the sincerity of my love. There are some tantric offerings in Kali Puja, such as bhang and wine. In what way does the puja change the qualities of these things, which we normally think of as having the quality of darkness? Why do you think that? That's a preconceived notion. The bhang actually is a special vibration on Vada Vada Bhagavadini. Hum Pat Swaha. We want the vibrations of the mantras to take over our being so we can't conceive any other thought. Mantrayate iti mantra. That which takes away your mind. The objective is to blow your mind. And to that extent, we are successful in offering the bhang and the wine. It's that we feel ourselves with intoxicating spirit We become, it's effervescent. It takes over our being. It's not me who's talking from the mind. It's not just an intellectual proposition. I love you. It's from the heart. I can look you in the eye and I know that what I'm saying is true. Sri Ma, I love you. And I want to say that to Durga and to Kali and to Saraswati and Lakshmi too. I love you. And this is the demonstration of it. I'm saying it to you with full consciousness, with full attentiveness. I'm saying it to you with full understanding of what it is I'm committing to do. These are not words that are written in a book. This is my sincere offering to you. And that's what the offering of bhang and wine signifies. The vibrations of sincerity, of total surrender. I don't have another thought in my mind. I have no ulterior motive. I'm not trying to convince you of anything that is not true. All I want is to demonstrate the sincerity and intensity of my love for you. Mahakali's 10 heads represent, among other things, the Dash Mahavidyas, and yet there are no mantras directly for them in the cosmic puja. How do we grow closer to and understand the Dash Mahavidyas through the worship of Mahakali? Do you know there is no end to puja until the pujari says, that's enough. We could go on and on and on. And if you put all the books that we have translated together, it could comprise one puja, which over many, many days. So the reason is not to slight them. The reason for their omission is not to in any way belittle them. They are important characters. We have all of their mantras on our website. You'll find under ways to worship and under Vedic living, you'll find various presentations of the Dash Mahavidya. They are important characters, and you will understand as you evolve through the chain of command of all the goddesses working together. They work together in the same way as the Navadurga or the 9 forms of Durga. For example, first comes inspiration, and then comes sacred knowledge, and then comes the third one is the delight of practice, and the fourth is purification. In the same way, we go through all of the goddesses of the Dash Mahavidyas. They will take us along the path. Each one of these chronologies stands for a step-by-step process, a path by which we evolve into that perfect being that we're seeking to become. And that's how they work together. Om Sam Saraswati Namaha.